Well, y'all want to do it? Here we go. The games kick off at noon. Y'all know what time it is. What's up, Rico D? You're not first. But let's start getting to the brackets. Let's tackle some of the first ones first. Virginia, we can go ahead and put Virginia up here. If my pen would write. Okay, there we go. Virginia. Over UMBC. That'll be a good game for 1 quarter. Or 1/4 of a game before they get beat. Now, my problem has always been Creighton. Creighton and Kansas State is a hard game to pick. I always get Creighton wrong sometimes. That's always like my upset pick. But I'm going to take Kansas State. Too much size. Now, I don't like Kentucky in this situation, but I feel like I gotta roll with them. Davidson will play them tough. Oh, Arizona would definitely beat Buffalo. So right now in the soft bracket, I got Virginia going up against Kansas State, Kentucky, and Arizona. That's where we at right now in the South. Now we got Miami and Loyola. Now see, this is another tough one. Because I don't know which Loyola this is. I'm going to go ahead and take Loyola because I don't believe in Miami. Tennessee and Wichita State. I'm taking Wichita State. No, that's Wright State. Ooh. No, I'm taking Tennessee. I thought that said Wichita. So, I got Tennessee versus Loyola. Arizona, Kentucky, Kansas State, Virginia. Let's go down here. Nevada and Texas. Now, I always get this wrong too. But I'm rolling with Nevada on this one. Too much scoring with Nevada. Nah, Nevada's fast break, transition basketball. I'm sticking with them. Cincinnati will beat Georgia State. So right now, Virginia, Kansas State, Kentucky, Arizona, Loyola, Tennessee, Nevada, Cincinnati. Shaka Smart, yeah. Shaka Smart will be out in the first round when they play Nevada. Watch what I tell you. Learn from the king. Learn from the king. I'm trying to tell you, this is how it works. You rolling with the champ. Rolling with the champ. All right, here we go. Xavier. Now, Missouri and Florida State, I go back and forth with. I'm like real, real up in the air on that. But I'm going to just roll with Missouri. But Florida State could win that game. South Dakota State. Wow. Now, South Dakota State, they can shoot the three. So they present a problem. A lot of people don't know about South Dakota State. But they can shoot the three. And South Dakota State will definitely beat Ohio State. UNC Greensboro against Gonzaga. Take the Zags. Zags all day. Then roll with Phi Slamma Jamma, Houston. Over San Diego State. Michigan over Montana. They are two poised right now. This is the best Michigan team I've seen in a long time. Texas A&M versus Providence. I like Texas A&M, but they just too streaky. They disappoint too much for me, and I'm going to go with Providence. Providence know how to close. Then, of course, North Carolina. So, there it is. The West, all the way down, is done. Now we got Xavier versus Missouri, South Dakota State versus Gonzaga, Houston versus Michigan, Providence versus North Carolina. Now let's go over here to the East. Villanova. Virginia Tech and Alabama. Oh yeah, the phone's charged. I'm going to take Virginia Tech against Alabama. I'm going to go with V-Tech. I'm a staple in this chat. I hope so. I don't think... I'm mad Oklahoma is in this. Oklahoma State got robbed. They beat Kansas twice, and they ain't even in the tournament. But they put Oklahoma in? You know I don't want to pick Oklahoma after they ain't supposed to be here. But we'll deal with that when we get there. West Virginia versus Murray State. That's a hard game to pick. Murray State has ruined so many doggone sheets of mine, I don't know what to tell you. Always Murray State. They overachieve. But of course I'm going with West Virginia. I'm just going to have to be wrong again if it happens. And they'll be playing Wichita State. West Virginia versus Wichita State. A lot of people like Marshall. Marshall's pretty good, but they're not going to beat Wichita State. I'm going to go with Florida over St. Bonaventure. And I'm going to go with the upset. And I'm not going to take Texas Tech. They're going to get upsetted by Stephen F. Austin. That's right. That's my dark horse pick. Stephen F. Austin will beat Texas Tech and knock Texas Tech out the tournament in the first round. That is the biggest upset. Number 14 over number 3 is going to happen in the East. Butler. I always take Butler. Butler over Arkansas, absolutely. Then Purdue. So that's it. We got the East. We got Nova, Virginia Tech, West Virginia, Wichita State, Florida, Stephen F. Austin, Butler, and Purdue. That could go either way. Arkansas could beat Butler, but Butler is so great. Last year, I think they're ready for another Butler run. All right, let's do the Midwest. Midwest, we the best. What's up? Kansas. Seton Hall and NC State. That's tough. I'm going to go with NC State. But I really want to take Seton Hall. Taking the upset, New Mexico State over Clemson. Clemson is good at certain times, but I just don't think they can beat New Mexico State at all. Auburn. I'll take them. The Qs have been hot. They got in. Can they pull off the upset? Nah. It's TCU. We'll win that. Then Michigan State. I always pick State over Bucknell. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough game, but State gonna take that. Rhode Island versus Oklahoma. That is a tough pick because Rhode Island can beat them, but I just don't know how the refs are gonna do that game. Rhode Island. Mainly because they screwed over Oklahoma State and put Oklahoma in. So, yeah, I'm definitely taking Rhode Island. Duke will be there at number 2. Oh, yeah, Rhode Island been on fire this year. No, I'm not going to roll with Oklahoma. But they want that trade guy to be in there so bad. He leading I don't care. The team ain't good enough to be there. Care what how many points he scored. All right, we've done. That's Kansas, NC State, New Mexico State, Auburn, TCU, Michigan State, Rhode Island, and Duke. All right, let's get up here to the South. We got Virginia versus Kansas State. I'll go with Virginia there. Virginia. Kentucky versus Arizona. That's tough, man. Arizona with the defense, you got to go with Arizona. Got to go with Arizona over Kentucky. I just don't think Kentucky's going to pull it off. Loyola and Tennessee. I'm going with Loyola. Nevada or Cincinnati at number 2. You better believe in them Bearcats. There you go. So it's going to be Virginia versus Arizona, Loyola versus Cincinnati. And that's the South. Now in the West, Xavier will beat Missouri. Xavier and Gonzaga will play each other. They'll beat South Dakota State. Houston versus Michigan. I'm going with Michigan. Best Michigan team there's been in years. Providence versus North Carolina. NC will win that one. And there you have it. You're going to have Xavier versus Gonzaga. And then you're going to have Michigan versus North Carolina. Oh. So in this bracket, you're going to have 1, 2, 3, and 4 all playing each other. Now let's go to the East. Villanova versus Virginia Tech. I got Nova over V-Tech. West Virginia versus Wichita State. That's tough. Man, that's tough. Woo. That's a pick'em game there, buddy. Oh, you say Wichita State? That just make me go West Virginia. Just because you said Wichita State. I'm going with West Virginia. Florida versus Texas Tech. No. I got Stephen F. Austin versus Florida. So, Stephen F. Austin will lose to Florida. So, I'll put Florida right there. Butler versus Purdue. We'll take Purdue. So, we got Nova versus West Virginia. Florida versus Purdue. All right, Midwest. Kansas over NC State. And we got Clemson versus... Now we got New Mexico State versus Auburn. So, that's going to be a tough one. Man, that's tough. Man, that's tough. I'm going to go with Auburn. TCU versus Michigan State. I'm going with Michigan State. Rhode Island and Duke. I'm going to go with Duke. So it'll be Duke versus Michigan State, Kansas versus Auburn. Okay. Arizona and Virginia. I am taking Arizona in the defense all day. And they'll be playing against Cincinnati. So there it is. The South is done. Arizona and Cincinnati. Over here, Xavier, who got a cakewalk, will be playing against Michigan. Best Michigan team I've seen in a long time. Absolutely. So you got Xavier versus Michigan. North Carolina gets put out by Michigan. Over here, Michigan State and Duke. I'm going to go with Michigan State. Michigan State will beat Duke. Kansas versus Auburn. Kansas will win that game. So you got Kansas versus State over here. Nova versus West Virginia. Villanova will win that. And they'll be playing against Purdue. So here's your Elite Eight. Arizona versus Cincinnati. Xavier versus Michigan. Michigan State versus Kansas. Purdue versus Nova. Okay, let's go over here. You got Arizona over Cincinnati. That's the way I got it. Going with the defense. They're going to beat the Bearcats. Xavier versus Michigan. I'm riding with Michigan to make it to the Final Four. Best Michigan team I've seen in a long time. Since the Fab Five. Kansas will beat Michigan State. Much as I hate to say that, that's going to happen. Then Nova versus Purdue. Villanova will get that nod. And your Final Four. Arizona, Michigan, Kansas, Villanova. Michigan versus Arizona will be a good contest. Arizona will win that contest and make it to the championship game to play against who? Villanova. And your national champions will be Arizona over Villanova in the championship finals. Defense wins championships. Arizona is your NCAA champions. Cutting down that banner. Karceno has spoken. Let's see what happens. Let's see how right Karceno is.